Okay, so to start this off then, what I'm going to do is have a quick look around the box. Now, I don't want to hang around on this too much, so if you see anything on the screen that you would like to look at in more detail, then just please pause the video and then continue at your own leisure. But what we are looking at here is the front of the box, and this has basically just got a nice picture of the microphone and also the mounting system and the actual foam filter that comes with it. How cool is that? So getting onto one of the sides here, so we've got a 2-year warranty, which I think you have to register on the Rode site to get that anyway, so just pop onto the Rode site and register your microphone with them. Also, it is highly directional. It is 3.5mm TRS output as well, or it's got a 3.5mm TRS output. Now, it's also got digital USB output as well. That's something that I'll be delving into in other videos. And then also it says here iPhone and Android compatible. Now, that's obviously pursuant to the correct cables being used and all the rest of it. And there's a whole junk of stuff there as well going on about various things in various languages as well. So yes, just pause the video and have a quick look at that stuff if you're into wanting to see that stuff. And also at the bottom, there's just some pictures of what comes in the box. I won't go through all that stuff because I'm going to get into the box in a second. And then getting around to the other side of the box, we've just got a picture there of some woman who's holding what looks like a DSLR camera with a RODE VideoMic Go II on the top, and also just some reiteration here that this is for USB-C devices. Well, that's only as far as the USB-C connection is concerned, of course. Then obviously it says made for iPhone, iPad and iPod. I mean, when it says it's made for those things, I think that's a bit of a stretch. Rode, it's just a microphone which has got USB ability and via different cables can connect to those devices just as many other microphones can. They're not definitely made for iPhone or iPad or iPod. So let me just get this blade on and let me just avoid slicing my fingers and stuff. So that seems to have done that. And then I don't know if I just showed you my serial number as well. What a tool. Anyway, there's the inside package there. It's just going to have some other pictures and some reiterations of all the same stuff. Anyways, there we go. I think, do I open it from this end? Maybe. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe I do. Yes. Okay. So that's one bit out there, which is the mic. Let me see. Do I have to get to the... Oh, look at this. It's like a transformer box. Look at that. You open it all up. Okay. Well, I suppose once you know how to open this box up, it's a pretty neat box. Anyway, so there we go. There's some stuff there. So first thing out, this is the shock mount, and this is obviously in keeping with a bunch of other Rode mics here because this has got a Lyra system on as well, so that's going to be really good. It's basically the same as some of the other recent Rode mics as well, this type of shock mount. And the shock mount has got this movable cold shoe on the bottom here, which has also got a 1/4 thread inside of it, so you can mount that on the end of a pole or something. But what that basically means is that once the microphone's mounted to it, you can actually pull it forward if you need the microphone to come forward so that you give yourself clearance from the back, maybe because you're trying to get close to an eyepiece on a camera, or you can kind of push it a bit further back. Hopefully it keeps the mic out of the field of view of whatever it's attached to. And then what we've got here is one of these kind of like mic cables which Rode seem to be favoring now, which are these flat ones and stuff. I'm not entirely sure what the merit is to these particular cables. As long as they work, who cares? And this is basically 3.5mm TRS to TRS. Now you can of course connect this microphone through its analog interface and to the likes of a smartphone and stuff, but in that instance you would usually need to use something like a TRS to TRRS cable, which is something that you can also get from Rode as well. And then finally to the microphone itself, and it is absolutely zero weight in it. Hold on a minute. Let me have a go at this. Wow. Okay, right, that is super light. I'm not too sure exactly what the weight is. I'll flash the weight on the screen now for whatever the mic is on its own, but that is super lightweight. Do you know, I thought this might have had a little bit more weight to it, which would have been not so much of a problem, but you know, the more weight you're carrying on top of a camera system, especially for doing stuff like vlogging, which is what I've got this for, you know, the more weight you start adding, no matter how small it is, it does tire you over time. So the fact that this is mega light is really cool. It's really solid construction as well. This is a completely alloy body as well. It's brilliant actually. It feels really good. Now if you have a quick look here, what we've got there is our USB-C interface there. So don't forget that USB-C interface is for connecting to any type of computer type device or mobile type device which will accept basically what is a sound card via USB-C. And don't forget, when I say sound card, it's like a sound card with a microphone built built in at that point. And then when we get around this side, there's kind of like our I/O there. Now that's our output, analog output for our normal camera stuff, so 3.5mm TRS. But what I believe is that it is also the headphone socket for when you push this into something like a computer via the USB-C port there, which is all really nice and cool. Okay, very, very sturdy, I have to say. And then also there is its little foam filter. Now I have to say immediately before I get any further on with this, I'm a little disappointed because I think the idea with this microphone is it's definitely going to be used for vlogging more than anything, and a lot of RODE's promotional pictures also show it being used for vlogging. So that being the case, this would have been better suited to have been kind of like, you know, packaged with a dead cat and not a foam filter. I've got a feeling this is going to be problematic from, you know, from the get-go for doing stuff outdoors and things and stuff like that. However, we will find that out about this microphone. Okay, so just to round off the unboxing, then I've got the Go II lined up next to a Video Micro here and the VideoMic NTG. And as you can see, it is obviously longer than the Micro, but it is also shorter in length than the NTG. So if you've got either one of the like Micros or the NTGs, or if you know what they look like and feel like, then that'll give you an idea there. Now as far as feel is concerned, what's interesting here is the diameter seems to be exactly the same as the NTG. So what this means here is you can probably put some stuff on here that you may have bought for your NTG if you've got an NTG. Now if we actually have a look at the interference tube here, what it is, the VideoMic NTG has obviously got a longer interference tube. However, where the porting stops and starts here between the two means that you could possibly get away with putting the dead cat off an NTG on there. I will definitely be trying that one out. Oh, the other thing is here as well, this is much lighter weight than the NTG. However, when we get to the Micro, I'm not entirely sure. I think the Micro could even be heavier than this like Go II, which is absolutely awesome. So it looks like the Go II could be even slightly lighter than the Micro, which means that if you're used to using a Micro on your system and you're kind of comfortable with its weight, you will have absolutely no problems with this Go II as far as weight is concerned on your vlogging setup.